Welcome to this video about teaching assistant deployment. Maximising the impact of TAs. Extensive research into the deployment and impact of teaching assistants has shown the impact of TA support is linked to the quality of TA's deployment and preparation. This means that the best predictors of how effective TAs are in classrooms and in interventions are not the decisions and actions they take, but the decisions and actions made by those above and around them. SENCOs, school leaders, and class teachers. Decision-making and planning about the use of TAs is very strongly connected with decision-making and planning about how schools meet the needs of pupils with SEND, and vice versa. It is therefore important that SENCOs and other school leaders strategically review and plan deployment in key areas. Leadership of TAs, strategic use of TAs, classroom deployment, effective interactions, preparation and training, structured interventions, monitoring, tracking and evaluation, and improving outcomes. Leadership of TAs. There is a clear line management structure for TAs with direct links to the senior leadership team. The senior leadership team keep up to date on issues and changes to national policy and practice of relevance to TAs, and updates are communicated to TAs. There is a clear shared vision for the role and contribution of TAs. The TA workforce is cohesive and efficiently integrated into the school's wider processes and systems, with a high profile in the school. TAs supplement. They don't replace high-quality teacher-led classroom teaching. Boundaries between teaching and classroom support roles are clearly defined and understood. There is a clear, shared conceptualization of what constitutes TA support within a reciprocal relationship. The strategic use of TAs. TA deployment is supported and enabled by contingent decision-making elsewhere. For example, where TAs have a lunchtime supervision role, it doesn't interfere with their capacity to be effective in their TA role. TAs are deployed to work with pupils across the attainment range, not restricted to working only with pupils with SEND and/or lower attaining pupils. TAs contribute to the lesson planning and feedback cycle. Their input is used to inform further planning and provision. TAs are part of the school's performance management and review cycle, and strategic and operational decision-making regarding the employment and deployment of TAs is regularly reviewed against the latest evidence of impact. Classroom deployment. Teachers plan and organise TA support to expressly serve the objectives and expected outcomes for target groups and individuals. Teachers' TA deployment decisions fall within specific parameters set by the school and are commensurate with individual TAs' skills and aptitudes. Teachers and TAs display effective teamwork and real-time information sharing during lessons. The needs of pupils drive teachers' moment-by-moment decision-making, and TAs are deployed to create opportunities for teachers to provide targeted support. And TAs assist pupils' access to general classroom teaching. Teachers routinely provide high-level technical instruction wherever the need is greatest. Effective interactions. Effective support is characterized by careful observation of pupils working, allowing sufficient wait time, and intervening only when pupils are unable to overcome difficulty independently. TAs consistently give the least amount of help first, using scaffolding. Questions are pitched to offer the appropriate level of challenge. TAs ensure pupils retain ownership over their learning and responsibility for the work produced. TAs address what pupils need to do to progress through the task, not complete it. TAs give pupils specific feedback on performance and encourage them to reflect meaningfully on their learning, successes, and difficulties. And without the adults present, pupils demonstrate the capacity and confidence to self-scaffold. Preparation and training. For new TA appointments, there are minimum requirements in terms of qualification, experience, and, where applicable, subject knowledge. TAs are provided with comprehensive induction and a continuing professional development plan. Teachers access ongoing training about how to effectively manage, organise, and work with TAs. Ahead of lessons, TAs have a clear understanding of concepts and information to be taught, skills to be learned and applied, intended learning outcomes, and the learning needs of pupils they will work with. There are mechanisms in place to capture meaningful feedback for teachers, for example, annotations in pupil work, which is used to inform the next stages of learning within and/or after lessons. And there's allocated time for TAs and teachers to plan and review lessons. Structured interventions. Trained TAs deliver a small number of carefully selected, evidence-based structured interventions to complement and extend teaching and learning in the classroom. Intervention sessions are carefully timetabled to minimise the amount of time pupils spend out of class. Sessions are delivered in quiet and distraction-free environments. TA-led interventions are delivered with fidelity. Sessions are brief, regular, steadily paced, and well-resourced. Teachers have a good awareness of the structure and coverage of these intervention programs. There are opportunities sometimes for TAs and teachers to both plan and review interventions. And teachers and TAs both help pupils make connections between the learning in interventions and in the wider curriculum. Monitoring, tracking, and evaluation. The role and purpose of TA support is explicit as part of the comprehensive school SEND offer, including where TAs liaise with parents and carers and other professionals. The TA's role and contribution to provision for pupils with SEND is carefully planned and made explicit on personalised plans, for example provision maps. Plans are reviewed at least termly with TA input. And TAs make effective contributions to school procedures for reporting and reviewing pupil performance, progress and provision. For example, pupil progress meetings and EHCP annual reviews. Improving outcomes. Self-evaluation is thorough, accurate and routine, and is designed to capture the effectiveness of the school's carefully planned, concerted actions on improving the use of TAs. Evidence from robust internal evaluations of impact indicates that improvements to the school processes that directly and indirectly affect the quality of TA support makes a difference to pupils' development and progress, including in relation to TA-led interventions. Evidence shows that TA support is proportionate to the needs of individual pupils. Pupils with SEND and lower attainers receive at least as much time with teachers as other pupils. And the evidence shows that TA's interactions with pupils are consistent with nurturing pupil independence, not dependence on adults. This is the end of this video. You can view more videos on this channel in the Bite Size series, including other Bite Size Senko videos.